and grace for every day. Through your word our hearts will see the Lord of hope. Let's go! We're alive in what you say. Let your truth light up the way. Let's go!
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into some pretty ancient wisdom from Matthew chapter 6 and see how it can help us find a little bit of peace in this crazy, noisy, performance-driven world we're all living in.
All right, so let's jump right in. We're going to start with a problem that feels so modern, but as you'll see, its roots go way, way back.
I mean, just think about it for a second. We're all encouraged to build a personal brand, right? We have to curate our wins and just present this perfect version of ourselves online. But what's the real cost? What's the hidden price we pay for living like that?
It's like we become the directors of our own little movie, don't we? Constantly editing, curating every shot for an audience. You're always on, always looking for that validation. You know, the likes, the shares, the comments.
But here's the kicker. This is nothing new. Seriously, the ancient text we're diving into talks about the religious leaders of its time doing the exact same thing. They were out there, performing their good deeds and their prayers right on the busiest street corners, all for that public applause. And the word they use for this, it's fascinating. The original Greek is hypokritēs, and you know what that meant back then? It just meant a stage actor. That's it, someone playing a role, wearing a mask for the crowd. So the criticism here isn't just about being fake, it's about this deeper idea of living your whole life like you're on a stage.
And what happens when you live like that? Well, this text draws a straight line from that constant pressure to perform to what we're now calling an anxiety epidemic. It makes total sense, right? When who you are on the inside doesn't match the performance you're putting on for the world, it creates this deep, gnawing tension. The ancient word for anxiety, merimnaō, is also really telling. It literally means to have a divided mind. Think about that feeling of being pulled in two different directions at once. You're torn between who you actually are and this person you're pretending to be for everyone else.
Okay, so how do we fight back against this? How do we heal that division? Well, the text offers this really powerful countermove. You can almost think of it like a privacy policy for your soul.
It lays out this really stark contrast. On one side, you've got the stage actors, right? Out on the street corners, playing to the crowd for human applause. But on the other side, there's this call to a secret, private, intimate life. Praying behind a closed door, focusing on your real motives, not for the crowd, but for an audience of one.
And this privacy policy isn't just some vague concept. Nope, it's built on 3 super specific, really practical disciplines.
So Jesus points to 3 core spiritual practices of the time: giving, praying, and fasting. And for each one, he gives the same pretty radical command: do it in secret. I mean, he even says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. The whole point is to completely untangle your sincere devotion from that need for public validation.
Okay, so that's about what we do, but the text goes deeper. It also talks about how we think, and it offers this powerful, almost natural cure for that divided mind we were just talking about.
It all kicks off with a really simple but super profound question. What's your treasure? I mean, what do you really value the most? Because whatever that is, it's going to have this unbreakable magnetic pull on your heart, on your focus, on everything.
So this is the crucial point right here. You can't serve 2 masters. You just can't build your life on 2 competing foundations. Trying to find your ultimate security and worth in both God and in Mammon, which basically means wealth or material stuff, that is the very definition of a divided, anxious mind.
So, to heal this split, the text suggests a pretty radical shift in perspective. It basically says, stop staring so hard at your own problems, and instead just look out the window for a minute. First, we're told to just consider the birds. Think about it. They don't have bank accounts. They don't have a 401k. They're not stressing about the stock market. They don't sow or reap or store food away. And yet, they're fed. They're just living in this state of simple trust. Then, our focus gets pulled to the wildflowers, the lilies. They don't work or weave, and yet, they are clothed in this beauty, this splendor that the text says is more magnificent than the richest king in all his royal robes. And this is the heart of the whole thing. If that's the kind of detailed, loving attention that's given to birds and grass, then how much more will that same care be given to you? This isn't about just ignoring your problems. It's about completely reframing your reality.
So, all of this leads us to the main principle, the big challenge for living that undivided, peaceful life, and, most importantly, how we can actually apply it, like right now.
See, the solution isn't to just stop caring about your life or your needs. Not at all. The solution is to reorder your cares. It's about putting first things first, to focus your main energy, your best efforts, on seeking God's kingdom and His way of being in the world, and then to trust that all the other stuff, the food, the clothes, the future, will fall into place.
All right, to make this super practical, here are 3 little challenges for us. First, the secret act. This week, do one good deed for someone and tell absolutely no one about it. Second, the priority audit. Take a quick look at your calendar or your spending. Does it actually reflect a kingdom-first mindset? And third, the lily meditation. Next time you feel that anxiety rising, just stop, pause, go look at a plant, or watch a bird for a minute, and just remember.
And all of this leaves us with one final big question to chew on. What would really change for you in your day-to-day life? Your stress levels, the decisions you make, your sense of peace. What would change if you truly, deeply believed that the only audience that matters is the one who already knows exactly what you need and loves you completely anyway? It's a question that's as powerful today as it was 2,000 years ago.
This truth into your day. Let His light now